Hello there. It is Noah from HartixBrix, and I know it's been a while. You know, I don't really have an explanation to be honest. I just wanted to get back into my channel, do more stuff, um, and I wanted to start by showing off my city because for some reason I finally have space to build a Lego city. Now, this has been a dream of mine for years. I distinctly remember in I think 2013. Um, when I was on a big like cruise, for vacation. Uh, when we were in one city, I got Wi-Fi and I just decided to watch all Lego City reviews by Brix. And since then, I always wanted to have my own city. And so a few days ago, I was rearranging the room, and I, originally I wanted to build a Lego space, uh, especially like Futuron layout, you know, that stuff over there. Um, Also because I have the Futuron monorail somewhere down there. Yeah, that one. And I just figured, well, it would be cool to have a layout for that. Also, something cool to take to conventions and such. But while I was moving the room, one of my good AFOL friends, the Brickaholic, by the way, check him out. I'll have a link in the description. He just said, "Oh, Noah, why don't you take another look at your room? Maybe you can somehow fit a city in." And as you can see, I can. I didn't think I could, but I can. And this is actually pretty cool because I can also expand the city space over here, where I could have about 12 more plates in the end, going from there all the way to there, which is cool. So today I just wanted to briefly talk about my plans for the city and also go over this big bleak wall area and what is going to be a subway station at some point down the line. By the way, I should say before I go into any planning related stuff, uh, everything here is temporary. Nothing that you see will stay this way, most likely. Maybe the first train track here might kind of stay like that, but it's all gonna be changed a whole lot. Now, fitting a city in this room is kind of challenging because of the sloped walls over here that you can see. Now, because of that, there's a lot of unusable space back here. But as you can see, I set up a little train yard there. A friend of me still has two trains, I think, from 2006 or 7. And I will probably just buy off those from him because those are pretty nostalgic to me. That was my first and only Lego train you see there. Traditional train, that is. I actually have another train somewhere, but that isn't really complete. It's one of the older ones. I don't even know the name right now. Uh, I'll talk about that some other day. Anyway, um, now about these streets, I don't think they will quite stay like this. Um, you know, there's this just green area right here that will probably go. You can see I set up this small little parking lot for the pizza van, and I was thinking maybe it would be cool to have sort of to move that to the street, and then have a little factory there for one of my other projects. I'll just shamelessly plug that right now. If you like Lego and you like clothing, you probably wear clothes every day. Then you can check out brickwearshop.com, which is a little company owned by me, and I just recently set that up. What I do there is I sell Lego related clothing. So we have like classic space shirts, we have an Amtron shirt, we have Bionicle stuff, phone cases, all of that. And there will be a lot more in the future, but that's not the point of this video. But I was thinking maybe I could build a little like brickware factory, brickware headquarters, Obviously not with the pizza van, but maybe with a little, delivery car. Maybe that would be cool. I'm not sure yet. I might also just use this space, that screen right now, to build some, I don't know, cafe. We'll see. Um, then the street back there, I'll just quickly move the camera. You can see here next to the diner that there are some plates just loosely lying around. Um, what I was planning was to move this T-junction right here and have a street going across like a bridge, but I'm not sure yet if that's going to work out like statically, because it would be on top of the tracks and I would somehow have to build like little supports for that, and I'm not sure if that's going to work out as well as I would want it to. So I might not do that at all. I could probably, like, it would probably work well to have the street go across here, but I don't know. I don't like, the curved street there. I kind of think a T-junction would look better, especially since then there would be a way for the minifigures to cross the street. I don't know. We'll see. So that's just planning stuff. I might have like a car dealership over here in this area, and then if everything goes as planned, the street will of course continue back here. And in that case, I will also put some wooden plates back here where I will, just pose up some little, well, basically just fake houses to make the street look more complete. Um, Housing related in general, I don't really want to go crazy on the modular side. I have the diner here right now because I always love the look of the diner. I mean, just look at that. It's such a nice building. So cool. I just really wanted to have that. And I'm pretty sure that by tomorrow I will also have the corner garage because, tomorrow's my birthday, so I might just get it. I'm not sure though. And if I do, I'll obviously put that there as well. But I was thinking that it might be best to then, have my own custom building in between those two, because I think the diner actually looks pretty good on this corner. And then I would add my own building in between the diner and the garage. And what I'm planning to build there is just a little, well, I mean, it's hard to explain. I guess I'll go into it later, but at the bottom I want to have a little comic shop and, just fiction shop in general, just, movies, comics, action figures, that sort of stuff. On top of that, I want to have a HEMA shop. Now, probably don't know what that is. HEMA is another hobby of mine, historical European martial arts. So basically, sword fighting, fencing, that sort of stuff. And then on top of that, I want to have a little HEMA studio. So basically, like a gym, but only for HEMA. And I think that would be pretty awesome. I'm not sure how to build it yet, but I have some ideas. We'll see about that later. But again, this is all just very temporary. This will probably, the basic street layout will probably stay like this. Just have the modulars at the back and then some street plates at the front. And then, of course, I want to have a wall between the lower plates and the upper plates because I don't want you to, see under those tables because that looks kind of rubbish. Anyway, I guess we'll get into that wall and subway business next. Okay, so my basic idea for this area was to have a subway station underneath that table and then have it connect to a normal train station in the front, and then I'll just have a little staircase. You can see that right there going up. I just put that there to know where the staircase would be. I'm not even sure if I want to use the official Lego stair pieces because those, I don't know, the steps just seem too high for me. Like if you put a figure on there, it just looks kind of awkward. Um, Obviously, I won't put the usual little space monorail in there. That's the future of monorail. I love that thing, but it's not going to stay. I'm going to build a custom one, but I just really wanted to include the monorail system somehow because I think it's really cool. Uh, that area also will be lit up with custom lights and all. Probably the diner and the other modulars as well, while we're speaking of lighting, but we'll see about that. Um, Now, I already did some ballasting, I think that's the English word, for like, the details on the tracks. Really only for the track in the front. Um, and then also added some vegetation back there, which I think looks pretty dope. I'll see if I can get a better angle of that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And I just kind of let the ballasting fade out back there because I was too lazy to add more. Don't know if that's gonna stay like that or not. We'll see. Anyway, um, about this wall. Now, I know that looks very plain, and it's not going to stay that way. Definitely not. You might be able to see those small little 1x2s. Yeah, there will be little supports there, and I'll have like little arches and all going across the wall, and then some advertisements, maybe movie posters on the wall as well, maybe even graffiti. We'll see. Definitely some vegetation next to the tunnel right there. Growing up the wall, and I'm constantly hitting my Bionicle display in the back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's the basic plan for now. I don't really know when I'll get to doing that. Oh, and then of course, I want to have something like that across the whole like upper part of the wall for minifigures to, look out from. It's gonna be kind of cool. I hope. If not, then I'll be sad. But sometimes that's just the way it is. Anyway, you can already see right there that the monorail can't really continue at that point, so I have to cut little holes in the wood right there, which I'll also probably do next week. As you can see, I already have all the monorail tracks back there. So I can already finish that loop, and then I'll have to detail it up and all that. But for now, I'll also keep the future on monorail just because I really, really love that set. But that's going to go at some point, just not right now. I know this is pretty noisy, but I just quickly wanted to show you, what the subway will look like as well. I think it's pretty cool. It'll obviously run in a loop later and not just go back and forth. But I think, once I have everything detailed in there and once it has actual walls and we have the actual subway train in there, I think it's going to look great. I'll also just quickly park the passenger train in front of there just so you can see what that would look like. And whoops, I just drove off the tracks there. Great job. So yeah, that's the basic look right there. And if I could stop the subway right now, that would be great. Okay, so I managed to stop the subway, and you can just see how that'll all interface. I think it'll look nice. I'll also probably, you might have seen this big black blob over there. This thing, I will probably add, this won't stay the same, obviously. I just wanted to have something to approximate a roof, which I'll probably put like about here somewhere. Maybe a bit lower actually, but I think this fits pretty well. We'll see. Maybe like one brick lower, maybe like that. But I'll have that done with transparent pieces because that just looks more modern and stuff. But we'll see. I actually should have one bricklink order coming in to complete some of the facade around the tunnel right there. You can already see I have some tiles lying around there. Going to use those as some decoration. And then, I don't know if I'll start adding the arches in this area first and just, finish up the wall here to see what it will look like, or if I will go straight for the subway station because that is kind of more important. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think the subway station needs a lot more work, so I'll probably just start with this area first. Also, I mentioned possible expansions earlier in the video. If that is going to happen, then I will probably connect it all to that train track back there. I already have that set up. And, I don't want to worry about that yet. I just want to finish the area I have right now and then get into expanding everything later. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Also, about this space, this unusable space back here where I have the train yard right now, I think that's just going to stay as being my train yard. But if you have any better ideas on how to use that space, I've also been thinking of maybe just adding some little fake buildings back there just to add some depth to the city. But, obviously because of the sloped roof, I can't really make those too high. You can already see just how little space the diner actually has. So, that is an issue. And I hope that the corner garage will even fit. Because if it doesn't, I'll be really mad. Anyway, I'll just quickly drive the train away from there. You can already hear the old... This isn't even power functions. The old somewhere in between power functions and 9-volt sound. I mean, this is already an electric train, has a little remote, but it's not power functions. It's something else entirely. So, yeah, that'll just run like that. Probably a bit faster. Yeah, more like that. And yeah, I think it's nice. Looks pretty proper, I think. And it'll also look great with the subway train in place too. That'll be nice once I get that done. But there's still just a whole lot to be done here. And yeah, I I kind of I already underestimated this. I think it's going to be much more expensive than I hoped it would be, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, I'm happy that you want to join me on this project. It'll be a lot of fun, and I think you might realize I'm still kind of new to this. I hope that the video quality will also improve, or at least I will, try to improve everything as best I can. If you have any feedback, please let me know. If you want to support me, check out brickwareshop.com. Would mean a lot to me. And otherwise, just have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.